First of all, Hispanics love Trump. They do.
President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall! Finish the wall!
Trump all the way.
Are you for Trump?
Absolutely.
So what would you say to someone who says you're Mexican and Trump hates us?
He doesn't hate us. He hates the lawbreakers.
That's
he
right.
hates the illegals. Don't come here illegally. Welcome. Come. I did. Not illegally.
To the Latino Trump supporters on here, how much do you need to see to realize that these MAGA Trump supporters, white, really don't like you?
With Trump rhetoric at the southern border of migrants, why would the Latino population support him in such a way?
Well, think about it like this. Maybe you and I always identify as a Latina, and when I do that, I always think about the fact that my parents are Cuban exiles and Mexican immigrants, right? But
Yeah.
there is a sector of Latinos that don't want to see themselves in that way, and do not want to see themselves lumped with other immigrants.
In this video, Latinos for Trump regret bitterly voting for Donald Trump, asking black people to unite with them. So during the general elections in the United States of America, about 62% of Latinos casted their vote in favor of Donald Trump, who is now the president of the United States of America. And he has given an executive order for mass deportation to be rolled out. Now, some Latinos have been affected, and this is causing a lot of cry among the Latino community. So let's watch the following video and listen to the reaction of some of the Latinos and black people. Then we'll come back here and discuss further about it. But before we watch the videos, if you haven't yet liked this video, kindly like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Let's watch the video together.
To the Latino Trump supporters on here, how much proof do you need to see to realize these people don't like you? How much do you need to see to realize that these MAGA Trump supporters, white, really don't like you and really what they think of you? Now, I know a lot of y'all are Republican, conservative. I have a lot of conservatives in my family. And I know Latinos, a lot of are conservatives because, you know, they're against abortion and stuff, which I understand 100%. But do you really think that these people like you, are on your side? You're in fact mistaken. These MAGA Republicans are not the same Republicans you think you follow. This is not George Bush or Dick Cheney. This is a total different group of Republicans. This is a racist, bigoted, wannabe white supremacist group of Republicans. Now, I'm not saying all these Trump supporters are racist, but I'm gonna tell you a hell of a lot of them are. You're not white, Latinos for Trump. You're not white. Quit acting like you are. I know a lot of y'all want to be white. You want to be accepted that you're white, but you're not white. A lot of you have ties. Some of y'all can't even speak English right, and you're there supporting Trump. And don't tell me a lot of y'all have ties down south of the border. We all do. I was born in the United States. My mom was born in the United States. But my grandma wasn't. That's right, my grandma wasn't. She was born in Mexico. When they talk about Latinos south of the border, they're still talking about you. Whether you're born here or not, they're talking about you. These people disrespect you right in your face. They spit right in your face, and you sit there and you eat it all up and accept it. Donald Trump sits there and spits in your face, and you eat it up. Shameful. Embarrassment. I never thought in my whole 50 plus years of life that I would ever see people of color, despite everything people of color have been through, would be siding on the side of white supremacy. Embarrassment. Waltz Harris, 2024, We're going to put an end to this madness and stupidity soon. Watts Harris, 2024.
This is a message to the Latinos for Trump and any other Republicans that voted for Trump. I'm going to start with the message to the Latinos first, and then I'll get to the other people. First of all, I want to start by saying that, I wanted to do this video immediately after the election when I found out the results. But I found myself using words and terms that are not conducive to relaying a good message. So I decided to wait. I'm still probably going to use a couple of those words, but it's not going to be near as bad as it would have been had I posted that original video. So you voted for a man who doesn't care about you at all. And he's made it very clear. Whenever he talks about the immigrants and he calls them rapists and murderers, killers and garbage and scum and the worst, they're sending their worst over here, he's talking about you too, and me. Because to him, we're all the same. If he was walking down the street and he saw you and one of the people that had just crossed the border, he wouldn't be able to tell you apart. And to him, it doesn't make a difference. We're all the same. They don't care. They just want to get rid of the immigrants. And I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a man named Stephen Miller that's probably going to be on Trump's cabinet. He's going to be one of his cabinet members, and he's going to be in charge of the deportation actions, right? And that man, Stephen Miller, wants to change the laws so that they can take away naturalization. You think that piece of paper that you have, if you have it, if you've become a naturalized citizen, you think that piece of paper makes you different. But in their eyes, you're not different. I was born here, and I'm not different to them, to those people. The way they think, I'm just like all the rest of them. To them, I'm the same. So that piece of paper is not going to save you. And they're trying to make laws now. They're in the process of figuring out what they have to do to change the law to take away that naturalization citizenship. They're also looking into taking away natural born citizens, people who came here and had kids here that were born here. They're looking to take that away as well. Unless you were born here to legal citizens, that's the only way you're going to get to stay, if they have their way. Now, there were thousands of people on TikTok trying to warn you about that, what that man really was. I was on here, not making videos, but I was on here posting comments and texting people and talking to people on here and trying to get them to understand who that man really is. But y'all chose to ignore it. I don't know what it is you thought you were accomplishing by voting for that man. You think that they're going to see you as an equal, or, they're going to treat you like a white man or whatever. No, you fucked up. They're going to get you out of here. All they wanted was your vote. They got it now. They don't need you anymore. And they're looking to get you out of here. Right? Now, I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe somebody in his cabinet can convince him, hey, it's not a good idea to deport these people. They're a big portion of our workforce. And if we deport them, the economy is going to go to shit. I don't know. Maybe they can convince him. And if they do, well, lucky you. But if they don't, you are the prime target. And you voted for it, even though we tried to warn you. So anything that happens to you, it's your own goddamn fault. You voted for it. That's what you wanted. That's what you're going to get. I have no sympathy for you. Sorry. For all of you who didn't vote for him, I'm sorry that you're going to have to go through this. I truly am sorry. And that's my message to the Latinos for Trump. You won. Congratulations. You might get your ass deported back to Mexico or wherever you came from. Congratulations. Now, to the rest of you that voted for Trump, you sold out your country for the price of eggs, the price of gasoline, interest rate on loans, the price of houses. You were too selfish and too fucking greedy to do the right thing. No, you wanted to do something for yourself. Fuck the country. Well, you screwed yourself and the rest of us in the process. That man is too stupid to run this country. If he does what he's planning to do with the tariffs, you think prices were high under Biden? You're about to find out how high they can go. You're going to have to choose between groceries and rent. If you're already in that situation, I'm sorry for you. But if you were in that situation and you voted for Trump, well, then you just fucked yourself even more, because it's going to get worse. If you believe what that man told you about tariffs, that he can bring prices down by using tariffs, you're fucking stupid too. He's an idiot, and you're even dumber for believing him, because that's not the way tariffs work. And it takes a little bit of research, and you can figure that out. It doesn't take long. You can find it right away, and you can see who pays the price for tariffs. It's not the country that's selling the goods, and it's not the country that's buying the goods, right? It's the people that are the manufacturers that are ordering that product, and they're going to turn that cost over to you. They're not going to eat it. They're going to pass it over to the consumer, which is you and me. So you did this to yourself. You thought that Trump could lower the price of eggs and gas, and I don't know why you thought that. People were on here, I saw that too. People were on here trying to tell you that's not how it works. It's not going to do anything. Trump's telling you all this bullshit, and you're buying it, you're believing it. Why do you think General Milley and all these other people that were in his cabinet were out here trying to warn you? You guys claim, oh, he got fired by Trump, that's why he's talking shit about him. No, they were talking shit about Trump because Trump is a fucking idiot, because he's fucking dangerous, because he doesn't know what he's doing. That's why they were talking shit about him. It's got nothing to do with them being fired. They were trying to warn us. They were trying to tell us the man is dangerous. Now, some of us heard that message, and we heeded that message because we know how stupid he is. And we chose to believe the lifetime veteran, decorated combat veteran, over the pathological liar. There were dozens of people in his cabinet, dozens, that were all telling you the same thing. And you chose to believe the one liar in the group. The one pathological liar is the one you chose to believe. So it's your own damn fault. I was on this app trying to tell people you cannot trust a pathological liar. They lie all the time. Everything they tell you is a lie. He was fear-mongering and lying to you, and you bought it. Well, to you as well, you think you won. The only thing you won was the election. You lost your country. You lost your self-respect. You lost your freedom. If Trump does all the things that he said he was going to do, we're in for a world of hurt. All of us. All of us. Hopefully we can survive it, but I don't think we're going to be able to. That man is a total idiot. And if they don't have anyone watching him and steering him in the right direction, we are all screwed. But hey, you did it. I'm going to be here to remind you about it. Hopefully I don't have to leave the country, but if it comes to that, I'm ready. I've got an out. Hopefully you do too. Have a good day.
Why did so many Latinos vote for Trump? Many Latinos have a fantasy heritage, and the US is a perfect place to entertain those fantasies given its history of white supremacy. Fantasy heritage is a term coined by Dr. Frank Perez at University of Texas, El Paso. And as Paula Ramos writes in her book, it's the idea that when the situation calls for it, many Latinos can prioritize their whiteness and erase the specificity of their indigeneity. Proximity to whiteness leads to the erasure of indigeneity. This is one of my favorite quotes. The delusions of fantasy heritage can easily morph any semblance of indigeneity and darkness into whiteness, thus turning Latinos into the ultimate conquistador. It is much easier to embrace fantasy heritage than to deal with the complicated, violent, and messy past that we have with race. So just like Don Quixote, we believe we're a noble conquistador instead of someone fighting our own mind.
Welcome back. So in this video, we see Latinos crying bitterly because they regret voting for Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump, in his manifesto, clearly stated that there will be mass deportation when he wins power and becomes the president of the United States of America. Now, during his inaugural ceremony, he signed a lot of executive orders, which included mass deportation of illegal immigrants. And a lot of people have been deported to their various country of origins. Now, some Latinos have been affected, and this is causing a lot of the Latino people in the Latino community to regret voting for Trump, because about 62% of Latinos voted in favor of Donald Trump because they believed in his policies. And if you believe in his policy, mass deportation was one of the policies that he presented that made a lot of sense to the voters who voted in his favor. So if you have voted for him to execute mass deportation, I am asking, who were you thinking that this mass deportation was going to affect? Were they thinking it was going to be only black people who will be affected by this mass deportation? That is something that I ask, because about 62% voted in favor of Trump, whereas looking at the black community, about 91% voted against Donald Trump, that is in favor of Kamala Harris. So the mass deportation policy has been rolled out, and the ICE, which is tagged to carry out this mass deportation, are doing an excellent job in the interim. They are really working very hard, because thousands of immigrants, illegal immigrants, have been deported to their various countries of origin, and Latinos have been affected. So they are crying out loud. Always black people warn the other communities about some of these policies, which in the long run will affect all of them, but they do not listen. Perhaps they may be thinking that the black community will be the most affected. So that is why they normally vote in favor of such policies in order to punish the black community. But later on, it backfires, and then they are also affected in the long run. So it turned out to be that they were shooting themselves in the foot, and this has happened this way. And some of them have regretted voting for Donald Trump. This particular lady, for instance, is crying out bitterly, and I believe there are a lot of them who have also face these consequences but have not even been able to come out to talk about it on the social media. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family on other social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and other social media platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button down here. Click on the subscribe button. Click also on the notification bell. And I'd like to see you again in my next video.